caption back what I am saying. The Lysol disinfectant. Use this product as a convenient way to clean and disinfect your countertops. I might go to the end, right? Alright, I hear these free voices go to like killing you guys wherever. No boundaries, no standards. That good disinfectant never been easier. Kills 99.9%
Jasmine Sadia Aminu.
Good morning, everyone. If everyone could please take their seats, we're going to get started in just a moment. morning, and welcome to the 55th commencement ceremony. This is for the College of Public Health, the class of 2020 and the class of 2021. Congratulations. My name is Jennifer Ibrahim, and I'm the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs here in the college. On behalf of the staff, the faculty, the leadership of the college, congratulations. We have enjoyed watching you learn and grow and write your own definition of success over these last several years, and particularly this last year. We're excited to be here with you and to applaud you for your accomplishments. I would also like to recognize President Engler and Provost Epps, who are joining us here to wish you congratulations. I would also like to thank all of the hard work from our staff, from our marshals that you'll see around the stage today, and from the College of Public Health and from the university staff who have worked so hard to make this day special and to make it possible for all of you. It's been our privilege to do this hard work. Now I'm pleased to introduce the Dean of the College of Public Health, Dr. Laura Siminoff, who will offer her reflections on the accomplishments of all of you and give her best wishes for future success. Please turn your eyes to the monitors.
Welcome, everyone, to the 55th graduation of the College of Public Health. This is our celebration of you, our 2021 graduates, and a chance to recognize in person the accomplishments of last year's class of 2020. As Dean of the College of Public Health, it's my honor to guide the celebration of your graduation. Today is a joyous day for all of you who are graduating. You have accomplished so much, and this past year, it's been under very difficult circumstances. You should feel proud of yourselves and each other. I am sad that your families cannot be sitting together with you at the Leah Kurris Center as we usually do, but they are with you in spirit right now. The circumstances of the pandemic underpin the important work that we do at the College of Public Health and the important work that all of you will do as you move into the world of public health and healthcare and service delivery. So much depends on you, society's future health workforce. At Temple's College of Public Health, we know all too well the many challenges facing Philadelphia and the nation, from the health of our environment and the lack of access to resources to the crises of gun violence and opioid use. Over the past year, the COVID-19 pandemic has laid bare the limitations of our already fragile healthcare system, magnified health inequalities, and demonstrated the critical need for a robust public health infrastructure. But this pandemic also brings the opportunity for us to renew our focus on the many issues facing our country and our city. We truly find ourselves at a crossroads. Down one path, we can continue running things exactly as they were, treating only the symptoms of these issues without deeply addressing their underlying causes. By ignoring the intricate connections between health and the physical and social environments, we will continue building a world where zip code determines one's fate. Or we can make a concerted effort to dedicate ourselves to public health in all its parameters, from epidemiology to nursing, from social work to physical therapy. And it's important that we understand that individual outcomes are intricately tied to the larger systems in which we live and work. By studying and addressing the socioeconomic, geographic, and legal and policy factors that cause disparities, we can improve the health of populations in all our communities. Examples are exploring the sources of toxicity in our water and environment, understanding the far-reaching impacts of racism in our country, and dealing with the structure of our healthcare system. All these things can assist in creating more equitable, positive health outcomes for all and a brighter economic future for those who struggle with physical and mental health disabilities. This is the spirit that animates us as public health researchers and practitioners, and its truth has never been more apparent than during the past year. We are now more than a year removed from the start of the pandemic, and our country has lost more than 500,000 lives. With a more serious and concerted effort, many of these deaths could have been avoided through sound preventive measures and government support. You as students are an integral part of this unique challenge. Yes, this pandemic has been a hardship and a tragedy, but I believe that what you have learned through this crucible will make you better and more effective practitioners, researchers, and educators. It will bring compassion, vision, and understanding of the kind that usually takes many years to develop. We are heading into the unknown together. Many of you will immediately take your place in the healthcare workforce, and some of you already have. Whatever you do, I know that you will harness your talent, energy, and dedication to make our society a much better place. Please keep in touch with us. I know I speak for all of us at the college when I say that we want to hear about your next steps and your accomplishments. I hope you will continue to be a part of the college's life and that we will continue to be a part of yours. So now, I want to introduce our keynote speaker, and it's my great honor to introduce Dr. Rachel Levine. In March of this year, Dr. Levine was appointed to serve in the Biden administration as United States Assistant Secretary for Health in the Department of Health and Human Services, making history as the first openly transgender federal official to be confirmed by the Senate. Prior to this appointment, she served as Secretary of Health and Physician General for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and was a professor of pediatrics and psychiatry at Penn State's College of Medicine, where she taught on topics such as adolescent medicine, eating disorders, and LGBT medicine. Over the past year, Dr. Levine became widely known to all of us and heralded for her efforts in coordinating Pennsylvania's pandemic response. In her public briefings, Dr. Levine excelled at delivering critical and often difficult news in a reassuring manner. These decisions, such as the statewide stay-at-home order, the closing of restaurants, and limitations on social gatherings, were consistently based on evidence and backed by science. Among her many bold accomplishments as Pennsylvania's Secretary of Health, Dr. Levine led a statewide standing order for the opiate overdose reversal drug naloxone, allowing anyone to obtain this life-saving drug at a pharmacy without a prescription. And this was at a time when Pennsylvania was particularly impacted by the opioid epidemic. She also spearheaded efforts to ensure Medicaid coverage for transgender health services and updated policies that allow citizens to alter their birth certificate to reflect their gender identity. Prior to her work in government, she spent more than 20 years in medical practice at Mount Sinai Medical Center and Penn State Hershey Medical Center, where she led the Division of Adolescent Medicine and the Eating Disorders Program. With her career serving as a practitioner, as well as years of experience in government addressing systemic issues, Dr. Levine understands what we in the College of Public Health know to be true. Public health and individual health are interdependent, and only by addressing both can we truly ensure better health and well-being for all. Now, please join me in welcoming Dr. Levine.
Thank you very much for that welcome and wonderful introduction. And thank you most of all for inviting me to be with you today. It is my pleasure to be joining Temple University's College of Public Health to congratulate the graduating class of 2021. This is a very special occasion in your life, and I am honored to be your graduation speaker. To all of the students, congratulations for taking this important step in your lives. You have certainly shown that you make smart decisions by coming here to Temple, and you have received an outstanding education. But you've also faced a year of challenges and uncertainty with COVID-19. I'd like to applaud all of your efforts to help aid those in need during this challenging time. From volunteering at clinics and testing sites, conducting research to explore the impact of the pandemic on individuals with developmental disabilities and substance use disorder, to monitoring wastewater, and even delivering food to those in need. You have faced a life-altering pandemic, and you have stepped up to help. COVID-19 tested many of your skills early, especially one skill that you will always need: adaptability. It has also thrust the importance of public health into the spotlight. Public health is truly, right now, at the center of the universe. Each of the college's 8 departments has an important role to play in the response. And it's when we all work together across disciplines that true healing can happen. We have seen the dedication from all of our public health workers shine through during this pandemic. But it is important to remember your own mental health as you join public health service. Realize when you need a break and when you are giving too much of yourself. You can only help others if you are healthy too. And this is especially important to remember for those of you who will join the front lines in the fight against COVID-19. You are being called to do more, sooner, and with training by fire. So please, remember to take care of yourself too. Your time here has given you knowledge and the application of that knowledge, and those are essential skills that you have learned. But they are not the only skills. You have received other lessons here as well that you will need in your lives, and you need to pay attention to them. Those include compassion and sensitivity, empathy, and concern for your family and your friends, for your colleagues and yourself, patience, and curiosity along with flexibility. You have also learned the need to be calm and confident with the ability to innovate and to expect the unexpected. Now, there is a quote from the author Douglas Adams. You might not remember him. It's from the 70s. And the quote is, "I may not have gone where I intended to go, but I think I ended up where I intended to be." You have to think about that one for a minute. It's a very interesting saying. So I want to talk about that and give you some personal examples from my life and my career. Now, many years ago, I went to Harvard College and then to the Tulane University School of Medicine. Following that, I went to Mount Sinai in New York City for my training in pediatrics and adolescent medicine. Now, I can guarantee you at that time, I absolutely would have never thought that I would be the Assistant Secretary for Health. I was really concentrating on diagnosing illness, saving lives, curing disease, and learning to be a clinical physician. As a resident and fellow at Mount Sinai, I was confident that I would basically tackle the small task of eliminating all ailments of the children and youth of New York City. Not that I was an idealist in any way. I realized that it would take more than 1 year and it could take 3 to 5 years to accomplish that. So I guess remember to have patience and set realistic goals. Now, while I might not have eliminated all the ailments of the children in New York, I did make a difference to individual children and teenagers and their families. So please remember the impact that your work has on the days that you get frustrated with the public health system. One of the most significant lessons that I learned in my training was the importance of teamwork in the hospital and the clinic. We had to work as a team to take care of the complex patients. And collaboration and communication was far more valuable than competition. I have certainly learned that teamwork is very important in public health. At the Pennsylvania Department of Health and now in the federal government, we must work together as a team to accomplish our significant public health goals. Now, in 1993, I took the step to leave New York City, and I went to, of all places, Hershey, Pennsylvania, and to the Penn State College of Medicine and the Penn State Hershey Medical Center. Now, you can actually smell the chocolate from the Hershey factory, and the lights do have little Hershey kisses. And there, of course, I ran an eating disorders program. Now, central Pennsylvania is a little different from Manhattan. And I still think that the biggest transition in my life was going from Manhattan to Hershey, Pennsylvania. So I was at Penn State Hershey since 1993 in pediatrics and adolescent medicine. And I practiced in academic medicine. We did clinical research. We did education, patient care. I fulfilled all of my missions. But remember the quote, "I may not have gone where I intended to go, but I think I ended up where I intended to be." I had another big transformation in my life. As you know, I am an openly transgender woman, and approximately 10 years ago I transitioned. And at the Penn State Hershey Medical Center and the College of Medicine, they have a fantastic Office of Diversity. And they had a non-discrimination policy that included gender identity and expression and sexual orientation. So I was not just tolerated, I was not just accepted, but I was welcomed at Penn State Hershey. And I would like to take the time to highlight the importance of diversity. Diversity for a school, a medical center, in business, in government, really every organization. I strongly feel that diversity in all of its myriad and wonderful aspects, the tapestry of life, should be welcomed and celebrated for the way that it strengthens and enhances any organization. But there were more changes to come. So about over 6 years ago, my life took another turn. So basically, I am minding my business, well ensconced in academic medicine, seeing my patients, running my program, when I got a phone call to co-chair the Transition Committee for Health for Governor-elect Tom Wolf. So I agreed to serve as the co-chair of the committee, but I made sure to tell them I'm not giving up my day job. I am staying at Penn State Hershey in academic medicine. But as I was doing that work, doing that report, essentially working 2 jobs over the holidays, I became intrigued by the work in public health and population health. And so I reached out and asked them if there could be a role for me in the administration, and that started it. And in about a week, this amazing transition occurred again. I met the chief of 2017. There was another transition from the physician general to the Pennsylvania Secretary of Health. In both roles, I worked on many public health issues, particularly the opioid crisis. Opioid epidemic continues to be one of the biggest public health issues facing America today. Now, once COVID-19 hit, it became and continues to be one of my most urgent and primary focuses. Now, I am a positive and I am an optimistic person, and I believe that working together, we can overcome this. We can build back better, using the lessons that we are learning now to make better public health systems moving forward. But the journey continues. In January of this year, I received a text around 10 p.m. Now, I go to bed at 9 p.m. I know, it's pathetic. And I was sleeping. And it was a text from the Biden transition team asking if I would be interested in a job. Well, so much for sleep that night. So I answered the text that morning and spoke with the transition team, who asked me if I would be interested in the position of the Assistant Secretary for Health. Well, yeah. And that began the vetting process for the position, which was really interesting. I'll tell you about that another time. And the Monday before the inauguration, I was formally offered the position. There's some symmetry here from the past. It was announced on Tuesday, the inauguration on Wednesday, and I left the Pennsylvania Department of Health on Friday. But then there was the confirmation process with the Senate, which was also very interesting, maybe a story for another day. And now I stand before you as the Assistant Secretary for Health, a position I never imagined that I would hold, but the honor of a lifetime to do so. So you might say that I have lived a life in transition. So my recommendations to you are to think and plan big. Have big goals for your career and keep your idealism. If I was there, I would say I can see it in your faces. Of course, I'm not there and this is taped. But it will be shaped by realism, but do not lose your idealism. And know that life may take you on many different turns and send you on many unexpected paths. But I am confident that your education right here at Temple will prepare you for those roads, those expected and those unexpected. So I will leave you with a couple more pieces of advice. Please stay calm and confident. The metaphor that I like to use is the eye of the hurricane. Now, right in the middle of a hurricane, in the eye, it's peaceful. Now, the hurricane itself is chaotic. It's forceful. It's unpredictable. But at the center, it is calm. There are light winds and clear skies, even though the fierce storm goes on around you. So you need to do the best you can to keep yourself in that center. In the midst of the turmoil of your career, of your life, you must keep yourself centered. And if you do that, you'll be able to make the right decision at the right moment. I offer my enthusiastic congratulations to today's graduates of Temple University's College of Public Health. The education that you each received during your time here at Temple, both in and outside of the classroom, has prepared you well for your personal and professional success. And in the midst of the turmoil of life, keep yourself balanced and centered. Do not live your life with fear. Now, that wise sage, Yoda from Star Wars, says that fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. And hate leads to suffering. I ask every graduate to use the excellent education that you have received at Temple to work towards the common good. And with hard work and intense focus, your class will usher in a brighter future for our country and the world. Congratulations, you are starting on a remarkable journey, and I have complete faith and confidence in you. Thank you.
Now, it's my pleasure to introduce today's student speaker, Larissa Banks. Larissa is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science in Health Professions. She's been very active during her years at Temple, serving as Temple Student Government's Vice President of Services and interning with Temple's Office of Institutional Diversity, Equity, Advocacy, and Leadership. She also served as Student Orientation Coordinator and an annual team leader, where she was responsible for welcoming new students during orientation and helping them make Temple their home. In this role, Larissa worked with nearly 200 new CPH students, supporting them beyond their time at orientation. Larissa plans to continue her education by pursuing a Master's of Education here at Temple next fall. Please join me now in welcoming Larissa.
Hello. My name is Larissa Banks, and I want to start by being one of the first to say, congratulations, class of 2021. Well done. Despite all the events during our time at Temple, we're here. Through the mumps and that bad nor'easter in 2018 to graduating during a pandemic, we are definitely resilient. Who in their right mind would even thought that any of this would happen in the years that we attended Temple? There are so many historical moments that we have witnessed over the past 4 years, but it has made us strong, tougher, and I hope, more compassionate. For me, I look at these individual moments like clicking through a camera, snapshots if you will. Each like an image showing me where I was, influencing who I am, and where I intend to go. Like me, many of you may think about the moments leading up to attending Temple. It could be from hearing about the campus from one of those YouTube advertisements. There were many feelings associated with that first step. This initial moment then catalyzing all the events after, as the years leading up to getting into Temple Speed Pass. Then starting the next journey with relief of receiving the official Temple acceptance letter. This journey at Temple creates more snapshots as you click through the camera, opening your eyes and allowing further self-exploration. Each one of which were so pivotal in putting me here in front of you today, because they all made some impact on how I wanted to live the future. We all have experienced these snapshots that have developed us into leaders, creatives, and instilled the confidence in us to move through the world knowing we can and we will become who we want to be. Each feeling, memory, emotion, and the lessons attached to those moments have impacted various stages in our lives, leading to this moment and many more to come. Nonetheless, each of these moments have been important in putting us here today. I want to share a moment with you all today. It is that of failure that led to success and allowed me to grow into the woman I am today. It's rare that one would share a failure or a disappointment, but they are just as important and sometimes more impactful than the high moments. The word fail is simply your first attempt in learning. When I initially came to Temple, I wanted to be a doctor. I recall sitting in my first advising session so prepared for this career path that no one else could convince me otherwise. I was ready for that moment. What I wasn't ready for was the little moments in between that would shift the course of what I thought was my dream. During my junior year, I went through so many trials. Between my involvement with student government and the battle with organic chemistry, I felt as though I was moving off the course that I had created for myself. It forced me to rethink what I was doing and where I was going. The health professions major sits at the crossroads where you have the opportunity to explore so many different careers. But in that moment, I felt that the directions were endless and I feared being lost in the midst of them. I began to question whether it was too late to make this seemingly life-altering choice. Was it too late for me to change? Was I really meant to do what I initially intended? It wasn't until I had a heart-to-heart with a few of my mentors, Deanne DiCrescenzo, Maurice Penn Jr., and my parents, where I was told it was okay to change and that life isn't always this straight and narrow. They all reassured me that I was ready and destined for where I was headed, even if it was not the path that I thought I would take when I first came to Temple. I realized that even though I am now an adult, I'm not alone. There was some form of professor, advisor, mentor, friend, or family member supporting me. They made me realize that this moment that I thought was a failure was one of success and transition into who I was really meant to become. Through failure, we are able to triumph. We are able to look back and see that we have overcome and can be successful through it all. I say this because moments are everywhere, and moments are often all we have. It is important that we reflect on them. Moments are what will continue to connect us to Temple and the time we shared. Moments are what will continue to drive us towards our passions and to live in our authenticity. Moments are what will help us shine in interviews, tell people who we are and what our qualifications are, and find the career that is right for us. Moments are what we will share with our kids when we speak of the year that was 2020 and all the events that transpired after. For me, these are moments that I will cherish forever. I urge you to reflect, use, and cling to these moments to remember where you are and how you arrived at the present and what will push you into the future. Even more because of the ways in which moments led to this graduation, I know they will also to our future success. Class of 2021, we are here and persevered despite it all. And I know the future is bright. Thank you.
So for safety purposes, we had that recorded, but Larissa is here with us today, and I'd invite her to stand to be recognized. Thank you. And Larissa, congratulations on being selected to represent your class. So we're almost to the moment that you've all been waiting for, but first we would like to engage all the graduates in a special tradition. And first I'm going to ask the class of 2020. We would like you to please rise and we will do the tassel turn. So all the members of the class of 2020, thank you for returning back to your home. Please stand. And I invite you to turn your tassel from right to left in recognition of your accomplishments and your transition from student to graduate. Well done. Please be seated. And now to the class of 2021, please rise. Now I would invite you to do the same. From right to left, please move your tassel in recognition of your accomplishments and your transition from student to graduate. We are so proud of you. You may be seated. So now we are at the moment that you have all been waiting for. This is the moment where we will have the opportunity to honor each and every one of you individually. So a little bit of housekeeping. You will be escorted to the stage by the marshals who are situated around the perimeter of your seats. Please do not get up to process until your marshal invites you to rise and move towards the stage. They will give you the instructions on how to move to ensure that we are meeting safety protocols due to COVID. I would ask you first, try to keep the 6-foot distance between, and again, we'll have marshals helping. And due to the wind, please hold on to your hats. I see a lot of you having hats blowing. Hold on to them. We don't want any eyes poked out. You will process to the stage, and as a reminder, once you have crossed the stage, please exit here to the right, and we will have photographers. Michelle, if you could wave. We'll have photographers over there to take your official graduation photos. And then please process to the gates, where we have a small memento for you, and for undergraduates, you may pick up your yearbooks for both the class of 2020 and the class of 2021. So we will begin now with hooding our PhD students. So to our PhD students, I invite you to advance to the stage along with your dissertation chair. We will read the names of each of the PhD graduates. They will be hooded by their chair, and their dissertation titles will be announced.
Sarah Monshi.
Dr. Sarah Monchi is being hooded by Dr. Jennifer Ibrahim and has finished her dissertation titled Examining Tobacco Control Policies in the Gulf Cooperation Council Countries.
Hamlet Gasoyan.
Dr. Hamlet Gasoyan, being hooded by Dr. David Sauer. His dissertation title, Health Insurance Design as a Determinant of Bariatric Surgery Utilization. Congratulations.
Sarah Monshi.
Oh, nope.
Ksenia Berestecka.
Dr. Ksenia Power, being hooded by Dr. David Sauer. Her dissertation title, Disordered Eating and Compulsive Exercise in Collegiate Athletes.
Rachel A. Tomlinson.
Dr. Rachel Tomlinson, being hooded by Dr. Lynn Anderson. Dissertation title, Get Moving, a grounded theory analysis of employees' perception of physical activity participation in workplace wellness programs. Congratulations.
Samantha Chin.
Dr. Samantha Chin, being hooded by Dr. Bradley Collins. Dissertation title, Cigarette Smoking Patterns, Stress and Coping Skills, Exploring Mindfulness-Based Meditation for Underserved Female Tobacco Smokers with Children. Congratulations.
Paul Anthony Diavanzo.
Dr. Paul Davanzo, being hooded by Dr. Sarah Bass. Dissertation title, Applicability of the Theory of Planned Behavior to Explain Clinicians' Intentions to Screen Men Who Have Sex with Men for Syphilis Infections. Congratulations.
Aisha Bimla.
Dr. Aisha Bimla, being hooded by Dr. David Sauer. Congratulations. Next, we will invite each program to process to the stage individually, escorted by their respective marshals. So first, we will recognize the graduates from the School of Social Work. Please approach.
Caitlin Ann Hunsberger Smith. Melinda Harrison. Courtney Blair. Heather Bridges Mosier. Carly Athen. Lorraine Scipione. Kyla Page Brown. Spencer Schneck.
Miguel Antonio Coachella.
Brooke Hallquist. Amber Nicole Williams. Julia Rose Sidorsky. Jessica Harmon. Sarah Cecchini. Leo Powers. Alexandra Miller. Laura Kreslin. Christina Summers. Janelle Geffrind. Elise Benson.
Ben Blumenstock.
Elena Venezia. Dina Oki. Ziera Abria Battle. Kelly Brooke Pillard. Angela Alyssa Barbie. Helly Katrina Sora. Jalenzo Beauvoir. Rashida Q. Wall. Dana Marie Huntington. Serena Melendez. Aaron M. Curtin. Nicole Valentine. Alexa Menko. Gregory Davis. Morgan Friedman. Tess DeVos. Casey Carl. Samantha Salviti. Kelly Elizabeth Bradley. China Coleman. Shaylin McDonald. Rory James O'Hara. Marie Barth. Alicia Wakefield. Brittany Rogers. Amy O'Neill. Colin Tracy. Kimberly Alegria. Jamal Wright. Kayla Thomas. Fridley Elizabeth Claremy. Monica Bolos. Carly Lee Ray Castiglione Oakley. Tall Laufer. Jordan Kyle. Katie Axon. Catherine Filer. Andrea Silverman. Jennifer Helen Bertocchi. Christina Smith. Kelly Kleinsmith. Jessica Faith Menino. Luisiana Garcia Medina. Elena Sagias. Raquel M. Mangual. Julian Evans. Jahira Medina. Helena Gallant. Michaela Farrell. Charlotte Cronick. Joy Matthews. Damali Nejama Stansbury. Danetta Thomas. Kelly Cush. Sierra Latimer. Raquel Braham. Brooke Gray. Alexandra Ashton Petrin-Curie. Alexis Lebo. Olivia Kirkner. Sarah Elizabeth Padner. Sierra Jade Huff. Elena Romano. Jelena Sannon. Kayla Clifton. Natalie Tavares. Kelsey Shepard. Rodman Messenger. Jaleesa Whiting. Zoraida Inez Cordero. Victor Courtney Trussell. Stephanie M. Cohen. Portia Morton. Trudy Aniva Smith. Brittany Nicole Rogers.
Cashel Ormsby.
Tiffany Rodriguez. Comfort Gonkernu. Nadi Wisse. Sierra Jean Holmes. Karen D. Vance. Lorraine Laporte. Brianna Lene Thompson. Megan Tate. Erica Marie Borrero. Jessica Ann Schubert. Jeffrey Huff.
Adrian Robbins.
James Matthew Grilly.
Amira Brody.
Elizabeth M. McCombs. Camilla Tucci. Desiree Garrido. Shantae Harris. Ahlam Falata. Nasreen Naidu. Billy Amos Sharon. Megan Hayda. Evelina Sidorczyk. Erin Houston.
Next, we will honor the graduates from the Department of Epidemiology and Biostatistics.
Akanieye Noah. Hao Yuan Gao. Shinrue Ma. Bo Yu. Hemi Park. Idorian Udoeo.
Amy C. Festmeyer Baus.
Stephanie Faverio. Jamie Bander. Anupav Jain. Samantha Smith. Alexandra Ruth. Jessica Antiski. Sidi Savla. Maryam Fatima Syed. Adebola Duro Aina. Sarah Ergot.
Next, we will recognize our graduates from the Department of Kinesiology.
Matthew Schofield.
William J. O'Brien.
Marcella Musa. Keyshawn Chambers.
Eric A. Kulak.
Kayla Myers. Thomas Prado.
Alexi Blake.
Marta Sakidis. Courtney Rose Brady. Stephanie Brossman.
Purvaben Mittalbai Patel.
Amanda Grace Hoff. Megan Nicole Rebert. Scott Murphy.
Shelby Weissman.
Sergio Calandrea.
Rosario Victor Garofalo.
Valerie Musey. Albert Mascio. Mackenzie Maury. Erin Howley. Alexis Crawford. Sydney Small. Geraldine Gibson. Colin Thomas Perry. Lindsay Carroll. Gabriella Wells. Alexandra Yakimenko. Janelle Grant. Meryl Gorth. Kari M. Watson. Matthew Brown. Reshma Patiara.
Tabitha Trimbisky.
Juliana Polliner. Daria Anderson.
Benita Edrick.
Daria Anderson. Trinae Anderson Fee. Jesse L. Stankiewicz. Alyssa Erin Haynes. Jasmine Sierra Alon Daniels. Natalie Saunders. Giovanna Lucia Long Parascondola. Jamichael C. Wedderburn. Mervyn Loomba. Liana Clayton. Jorge Luis Matamoros.
Elena S. Foster. Aquil A. Madison.
Tayana Bambata. Thomas Gibb. Sydney Ann Mayo. Rebecca Robinson.
Dama.
Paige Eichelberger.
Next, we'll recognize the graduates from health professions.
Delaney Guerin. Emma R. Wilkins. Christina Carmela Caratanudo. Faridatu Isayako. Finbar T. Tie. Chinwendu Chakwani. Eric Michael Christian. Lindsay Nicholas. Amanda Martin. Alicia Holter. Victoria Lee Shane. Trisha Gibbons. Hannah Rose Ochenegro. Veronica Tobing. Miranda Baronet. Rosalie Sanchez. Rianne A. Codrington. Heather Renee Thompson. Brianna Roos. Dana N. Battle. Zaria Bizel. Angie Panyagua. Brooke Kelly. Zaria Bizel. Brooke Kelly. Angie Nimra Tahir. Larissa Monet Banks. Tiffany Thompson. Noah R. Bacon. Emmanuel Nathan Torres.
Chad Rivnek.
Sean Kelly. Rashawn Gabrielle. Catherine G. Darty. Matthew Kleeman. Daraja Monet Lynn McAlvin. Sammy Assad. Prit J. Desai. Melissa Oliveira. Andrea M. Stanton. Joanne Meyer. Michelle Zilberman. Mallory Smith. Rebecca Marie Belenky. Catherine Luciani. Courtney Chantel Aishamier Palmer. Janice Cooper. James Hahn. Mackenzie Keener. Jael Givehand. Anna Kim. Anissa Madani.
Seho Kim.
William Duong.
Ayana Muna.
Jade Sadowski. Dylan Smolacombe. Drew Wilson Stradling. Ashley Simone Franklin. Oluwaseun Jason Okanlawan. Margaret Boardman. Courtney G. Clark. Claire Ryan. Hannah McGettigan. Andrew J. Yoon Cho. Neil Carney III. Caitlin Moore.
Julianne Elise DeMemo.
Abdullah Niangain. Sydney Charleston. Melissa S. Kane. Caden McInnes. Megan Leahy. Priscilla Empofo. Everett Ziegenfuss. Ethan Joseph Price. Abena Owusu Boachi. Brianna Renee Smalls. Aaron Agyamang Adu. Ashley McKenzie.
Mi Jiafang.
Sarah Wong. Atia Howell. Divya Rajmohan. Claire Boyle. Diana Alejandra Zavala. Juliana Solis. Julia Elizabeth Dye. Natalie Droul. Aaron McCall. Emma Anselmo. Megan Reese Danley. Marisa Byler. Bryn Thiel. James Brunson. Monica Michael. Tori Marie Holst. Catherine McCoy. Caitlin Daniel Huynh. Sarah DeHellion.
Alyssa Kozer.
Lila Hamid. Naja Laverne Knight. Rachel Catherine Rapone. Nina Tilly Grow. Courtney P. Regan. Paige Linden. Brittany Jordan. Cami Cheeves. Ifama Jennifer Iloka. Aaron Andrus. Alina Vabishchevich. Michaela Bianca Johnson.
Kosi Uebo.
Next, we'll be honoring the graduates from Recreational Therapy and Therapeutic Recreation.
Alexis Marie Gonzalez. Gabriella Brown. Taylin Webster. Ray Scrivens. Bailey Elizabeth Welsh. Sarah E. Sluzark.
Cassandra Lynn Jensen.
Kelly Hagendubler. Sequoia Tate.
Hannah Claire Goodnow.
Nicholas Jacob Wall. Kylie Marie Fazy. Olivia Anna Suchi. Aaron Mueller. Latasha Wiggins. Joy Wilson. Amina Akbar. Elizabeth Fabry. Teresa Margaret Del Rossi. Ariel Nicole Wallace. Alexandra M. Santone. Ava Redding. Haley Henning. Megan Elizabeth Polish. Lauren Elizabeth Follis.
Isabel Camarata.
Caitlin M. Lynch. Caitlin Thorpe.
Ariel Warner.
Rachel Tiggle. Lizbeth Fuentes. Catherine Schaefer. Rachel Elizabeth Swartz. Shay Kaminsky. Kara Cashman. Thomas Francis Monaco. Thomas Fran. Michelle Y. Harris.
Next, we'll be recognizing our graduates from the Doctorate of Physical Therapy.
Margaret Covert. Julia Ferry. Rosemary Wilson. Dana Sarcinello. Jessica D'Alessandro. Bianca Monterosso. Alexandra Ashcraft. Alina Ostapuk. Marcus Sistron. Hannah Matthew. Nicholas K. Poland. Kevin Kruth. Robert Michael Trombley. Michelle Grinberg. Casey Hodjanowski. Jessica Nace. Samantha Ginsberg. Gianna Paul. Justine Morgan. Kirsten Robinson. Brenna Shearer. Andrew McDonald. Tyler James Boyd.
Logan Elizabeth Williamson.
Hannah Sherholm. Allison Cardamone. Rachel K. Beal. Matthew Dever. Michael G. Giancola Jr. Ryan Tagliamonte. Marissa Fragapane. Abigail Wagner. Alyssa Kresge. Taylor Dyer. Nicholas Torsitano. Nathaniel Rice. Cole E. Boxleitner. Meredith Silagi. Emma Rose Steyer. Joshua Proctor. Tyler Kondrak. Darren Jaffe. Julia Jane Schinkel. Megan Ritz. Cassidy Jameson. Marta Buzik. Jared James. Justin Tyler Manhoff. Andrew J. Nielsen. Andrew Bro. Jeff Wesolowski. Matthew Weiner.
Next, I'm pleased to introduce our graduates from athletic training.
Corey McMillan. Victor Swanky. Caitlin Elizabeth Marguerite D'Annabelle. Fafa Chikata.
Jamila L. Watson.
Lindsay Faye Bartle. Kimberlyn Orijuela. Alana Lolly. Megan Fowler. Haley Hurtado. Anthony Peter Braun. Christopher Michael Maples Campbell. Madison Love. Sean Shields.
Next, we'll recognize our graduates from occupational therapy.
Samantha Teresa Pedersen. Lisa Nanov.
Desiree Holmes.
Amelia Updike. Leanne Lucitra. Emily Christine Torrance. Casey Lynn O'Donnell. Scott Allen Figueroa. Deanna Renee Shaw. Cassidy McAllister. Lori Elizabeth Fawnin. Catherine LaRoe Schaefer. Tally C. Magazoo. Dominic Marie Trotty. Madison Curley. Grace O'Connor. Kelsey Donhauer. Jessica Lynn Piercig. Robin Catherine Evans.
Next, we'll recognize our graduates from Health Policy and Management.
Adam Muhammad. Shalina Yvonne Reynolds. Yaslin Laura. Pranita Kumar. Katheria Oyola. Kara Gans. Alicia E. Francois.
Tiara Elise Ashley.
Navneet Kaur.
Next, we'll recognize our graduates from Health Informatics and Health Information Management.
Nelson Asport. Neha Shah. Banu Richa Dugirala.
Ryan P. Gardner.
Huma Chugtai. Banda Fu. Bryant Lee. Eab Lowe. Eileen Zhang. Amy Zhang. Macy Berger. Nicole Maria Schlofel. Grace Elizabeth Irvine. Abigail Strickler. Linda Lynn. Tiara Keys. Corinne Nagel. Jeremy Jacob Abraham. Kara Heenan. Wahid Rahman.
Helena Buchkevich.
Jason Matthew. Cheryl Maria Babu. Jamima Rashid. Tabarak Salum. Ng Minga. Gabriel G. Velasco. Anne Wynn. Dova Lowe. Vicky Sin. Rebecca Henry. Stephanie Miller. Megan E. Masaccio. Destiny Prado.
Next, we'll recognize our graduates from nursing.
Maria Z. Loyal. Kelly Mary O'Donnell. Eileen Catherine Armani. Ally Young. Emery Madeline Porter. Elizabeth Vikingstad. Lisa Sortino. Lauren Mackenzie Fox. Catherine Anna Fisher.
Dylan James Height.
Holly Lunt. Sierra Dominique Nini. Karina Kurzansky. Samantha Andrea Leeds. Ava Marie Jankarski. Allison Giangiulio. Colleen May Hanvey. Bridget Rizzo. Yerline Elizabeth Fernandez. Sarah Fitzgerald Allison. Rachel Marie Dukovic. Yeun Kim. Giona Chinu James. Maya Benegal. Brianna Hartman.
Gabrielle Tatiana Masucci.
Brenna Cassidy. Jung-Soo Kim. Lauren E. Hurst. Kayla Mercado. Olivia R. Kelly. Nadia Stauffer. Emily Fan. Alyssa Christine Bozone. Nicola Capelli. Gabriella Christina Cancello. Matrona Pieces. Krishna Patel. Brenda Tamara Salvador Palomino. Shanice C. Matias. Nazish Khan. Leonie Vu. Mercedes E. Jansen. Kelly Snyder. Michael J. Poser. Mackenzie A. Smith. Riley O'Neill. Rachel M. Speck. Madison Mulhern. Megan Elizabeth Lynn. Amanda Goods. Adiola Hannah Olabinjo. Natalie S. Ross. Delaney Woods. Elizabeth Heeb. Kara E. Blackman. Nicole Dahez. Erin Wasser. Lauren Rockenbach. Adita Rexa. Jacqueline Kiesel. Benjamin R. Taddeo. Jasmine Howard. Nicole Walton. Rebecca E. Neitheimer. Cynthia Marie Nieves. Mackenzie Abate. Julianne Mamrell. Matthew Marks. Darina Nuri. Karen Gronick. Jaspreet Kaur. Aaron Graham. Minnie Sajan. Nicole Schmidt. Tina M. O'Mara. Anuli Ojuku. Juliet Thomas. Atul S. Valapalli.
Now we'll recognize our graduates from Speech Language Hearing.
Maggie Ryan Madamba. Giovanna Penza.
Victoria June Schultz.
Benjamin Zook. Bailey Reese Cohen. Athena Wyand. Kayla Kathleen Malley. Amanda Cullen. Emma Durkis. Carla Marie Uvington. Haley Child. Elizabeth Crossan. Lisa Beverly Hudson. Kiera Christine Mancuso. Isabella Dutra. Megan C. Flatley. Marissa J. Adamson. Jamie Dorotov. Julian Michael Green. Kaylee Rose Martinelli. Gabrielle Maya Caminetti. Emily Mitchell. Ellen Madrid. Jenny Vu. Leona Fatima Lavong. Yasmin Feroza Twahir. Paula Godoy. Brianna Kaplan. Simone R. Nierenberg. Margaret Catherine Halferty. Shima Lama. Aria Pont. Monica Ashley Servideo. Ava Lugo. Catherine Reichel. Emily Colangelo. Lexi Moyer. Roxanne Clark. Adia Yandea Zaba. Ellen Fletcher. Brenna Rapone.
Rachel Marie Mellon.
Nicole Coyne. Elizabeth Egan. Sophia Kent.
And finally, our graduates from Social and Behavioral Sciences and Public Health.
Mary Donahue. Melissa Rosen. Madison Bright. Iman Williams. Christina Cruz. Julia Davis. Devin Vaughn. Jacqueline Sarah Liss. Shane L. Janik. Lauren Ragsdale. Alicia Rosetta Duck. Anaya Deshay Mack. Ivana I. Wilson. Kalia Victor. Rachel Rakowski. Tiffany Amber Rodriguez. Madison Thompson. Tiffany Panicelli. Sarah Salazar Galal. Hua Duc Vo.
Alicia D. Morgan.
Sophia Fucci. Bernita A. Poole. Aisha Serafina Sila. Satori M. Gibson. Chanel Lomax. Shanice Davidson. Rugiada Ba.
Teresa McShay.
Kalista Nicole Groff. Fozia Ayub. Riman Mustafa. Erica Jane Carter. Samantha Rose Errol. Emma Catherine Lynch. Safura Bhatti. Hanan S. Mohammed. Maya A. White. Laura Callahan. Tiffany Chukura. Vastid Herrera. Julia Elizabeth Garrow. Nicole B. Holland. Samuel Felix. Beverly Karam. Mary Thomas. Sumaya West. Jade Jonelle Green. Akila and Jerry Kalfani. Ibrahim M. Sabir. Alberta Gibbon. Nikita Patel. Mark Anthony Ray.
Emma Elise Truong.
Carmen Turner. Rosalind Maria Robinson. Hawalti Amlak. Charles Nathaniel Kelly. True Din. Julianne Friedman. Chelsea Harris. Emily McKittrick. Kirsten Nellinger. Allison Williams. B. John P. Cook. Tanaya Oliphant. Layla Bassel. Kathy Wynn. Rayanne Mercier. Cassandra Lamadou. Abigail Collins. Julia Bixler. Mira Sadeghi. Charles LaFontaine. Kennedy Ann Stoll. Hiba Atif. Brooke Ryan. Melinda Marie Helena. Yasmin Nelson. Sarah E. McHugh. Jonah Ryan Worley. Victoria Chesna. Katerina Vassal.
Thank you, everyone. Finally, we would like to recognize our graduates who could not attend in person. In lieu of them crossing the stage this morning, we'll share a personalized slide for each of these graduates. On behalf of the entire College of Public Health, again, I would like to congratulate all of our members of the class of 2020 and the class of 2021. Congratulations and best wishes for a bright future.
Dalia Y. Abbas. Pender Abbas.
Haneen Abdelaziz.